What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the River of Money podcast, where I'm your host, Burton Newcomb, where we talk all things real estate related. We dive into different real estate deals, different alternatives. We talk about small business buying, all things entrepreneurship. As you can see, I'm somewhere new today. I'm actually in New Jersey. I'm staying at the Park at Meadowlands Hotel in New Jersey, and I'm here because I'm going to be speaking at CopticCon 2025, and I'm a presenter there. I'm going to be talking about. I've got a whole pitch deck built, and I actually made it into like a unique game called Buy It or Leave It, and it's going to help me to keep things interesting, captivating, and grabbing some attention, right? And I'm going to be talking about past deals I've done that were good deals. I'm going to be talking about current my future deals, stuff planning for the future, and all that. And I'm going to be it's going to be able to keep everybody real engaged. It's going to be great, I hope, right? And one of the deals that I wanted to shoot this where y'all could see behind me. I got a really cool view from my room. Like I can see the Manhattan skyline and stuff. But because of the glare of the windows, I it didn't look great. Like you couldn't really see anything through the windows behind me. I guess because of the light in the room or the sky or something. So you don't get to see behind me. So I'm just shooting this off of my bed. But you can just take my advice that it's a good view or not. I don't really care. Anyways, what we're going to be talking about on this episode is something I'm talking about tomorrow in my presentation, right? We're going to be talking about an exciting upcoming project my team we already own the land for. And I talked about this a little bit before in another episode. And I think it's going to be a huge trend for the future, right? And that trend is going to be BTRs, also known as build to rent communities. This is already happening in several places, and I expect to see this happening into the future. And build to rent is already gaining some momentum, like I said, and many markets, and I think it's going to continue to grow. And what we're going to talk about is why I think that, right? So, what exactly is build to rent? Is pretty straightforward, right? You buy a piece of land, you develop it out just like you were to build a subdivision, right? But instead of selling the homes, you build to rent. You build the homes and then rent them out. This gives you a brand new house with all brand new stuff, brand new roof, brand new electrical, brand new plumbing, brand new air conditioners, brand new floor, brand new paint, things like that. And those are things that constantly have to get repaired, which is some of the stuff that you're going to have new. Hopefully, that'll create less maintenance you'll have to spend the money on, which is one of the reasons I really like it. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that, right? And there's also another way you could go about this, and or a variation of it, and you could build the homes with lease options. And essentially, that's where tenants set the timeline. They can lease it for a certain timeline, then they put option fee down and then buy it when that lease option expires. Or basically, the lease option is a deposit. The option fee, some people would call it, right? It's basically non-refundable, so you get to keep that. Then the option fee slash deposit comes off the top of the purchase price, assuming they buy it, right? If they don't buy it, then you just get to keep that as money in your pocket, and all that, right? And basically, they set the timeline on when they want to buy it. They put the deposit down, the option fee, which gives them they're able to buy it at a set purchase price when they start the lease slash the lease option, which offers them a few things, right? They have an agreed upon price. They when they buy it later in time, when the lease option expires and they fulfill it, right? They already have the option to have built-in equity. Also, from a landlord's perspective, this takes many of the repairs away from you because they're buying it essentially, right? So they're required to, they're able to make their own changes to the home. Sometimes tenants want to make different paint changes, things like that, and or they need to something breaks maybe, and So instead of you having to fix it, it's their responsibility depending on how the lease option is wrote, right? Which is a really good thing for landlords, and it's also a really good thing for people leasing the home with the option to buy it, because they may want different paint colors, etc., right? To make changes to it at their expense, right? And so if they don't exercise that option, the owner can either continue renting to them if the tenant wants to. They could extend the option if they want to, if everybody agrees, or everybody they can move out, and then the owner can just straight lease it, straight sell it, or do another lease option, start the whole process over, right? And basically, I think that this gonna. I've got a buddy who has been crushing it doing this for the last few years. He got started the same time I did, and he has a Lamborghini and a bunch of other really cool toys, and I don't have any of those cool toys. So he has done a whole lot better than me. He's had tons of success in this. He's basically been doing this with older homes, and he's had a ton of success. So the lease option might be a really good route, to take. And whether you're planning to simply build it, hold it as rentals for the incorporate lease options, I think this is going to be a major trend in the future. Here's a few of the reasons I'm excited about it. You can build a home, have significant equity when you build it versus the cost of the value, and the appraised value allowing for you to cash out, refinance it, reinvest in other deals. You can get big tax deductions off building things like this. The cash flow, if done right, can from the rentals can pretty substantial. New homes mean less things that break, and less maintenance initially, because you don't have old plumbing, you don't have old electrical, you don't have old roofs, you don't have old air conditioners, you don't have old flooring, you don't have old this, you don't have old that. So it relieves you of a lot of the future, a lot of the current maintenance sometimes you have to do when you build or when you buy an older home, like I've been doing in the past, and I'm going to continue to do that too, right? You can even get creative about this. You can build some of the homes to rent. You can sell some of the homes, and if done right, the homes sold can offset the development costs. Essentially, if done right, in effect, you have free homes, you have free equity, you have free cash flow, free net operating income on your rentals. And if this sounds interesting, I have an upcoming opportunity for you to partner on it. All you got to do is scan this QR code right after this slide. If you weren't able to scan that QR code, you can DM me on Instagram at sign BURTONNEWCOMB, and we can talk more about that, right? Thanks for tuning in to today's episode. If you want to be on an episode, hit me up on Instagram at BURTONNEWCOMB at Burton Newcomb. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button wherever you listen to your podcast. And I don't want you to miss any future episodes. I look forward to talking to you again in the future. And I hope y'all have a fantastic day. And I'll see you on the next episode of the River of Money podcast. I'm your host, Burton Newcomb. And I hope y'all have a great day.